It's election season in Tamil Nadu, and much like war, everything may seem like fair sometimes. Let's now focus on the General Secretary of AIADMK, Edappadi K, Palaniswami, who launched his statewide campaign from Mettupalayam in Coimbatore district on 7th of July and has been at it for more than 1.5 months. On 19th of August, the former Chief Minister, Palaniswami, lost his cool and lashed out at an ambulance driver while claiming that they, as in the AIADMK, were being deliberately sent to disrupt his campaign meetings. I beg your pardon. When he said they, I made a mistake. It meant the DMK. The ambulance incident occurred when Palaniswami was in the midst of addressing a gathering in Anaikat in Vellore district, where the campaign was interrupted by a passing ambulance through the crowd. It is at this moment that EPS lost his cool and visibly angry, he asked the driver to stop and demanded that the vehicle be checked for patients. He was heard saying, and all this was caught on the mic because this is an election rally, ladies and gentlemen, and he was holding the mic and there were people around him, party workers, and I quote him what Edappadi said. Every time he said, these drivers are running empty ambulance, note down his ambulance registration number and file a complaint with the police. Now, listen in to his entire outburst, if I may use that word, and I'll come back to this debate.
Hey, stop this. I don't hate him. Note down the details of this driver and the ambulance. Take down the number and inform the police. There is trouble being created deliberately amongst the crowd. Every time I hold a rally, they send an ambulance. Isn't this government ashamed of itself? This is Anaikat in Vellore, which is a stronghold of the AIADMK. Even if they send 1,000 ambulances, nothing can really deter the people from voting. I have constantly observed at least 20-30 rallies. They have sent ambulances deliberately. They are trying to foment trouble amongst the crowd. This is really a shameless government. They're trying to deliberately disturb the crowd and create a problem. And this incident, if someone from the crowd gets injured, then who is responsible? This is all deliberate. Ambulances are empty. There are no patients inside. Therefore, there is a warning for this government. Next time an ambulance comes, it will carry a patient back inside it.
Very strong words indeed from Edappadi Palaniswami. Meanwhile, Health Minister of Tamil Nadu, Ma Subramanian, accused Palaniswami of holding meetings on major thoroughfares, which resulted, he said, in blocking ambulance movement. Ma Subramanian said, and I'm quoting him here, there are 108 emergency ambulances operating across Tamil Nadu, each responding within 8 to 10 minutes of a call. His direction to record vehicle registration numbers amounts to a threat to doctors and medical staff who serve the public. The former Chief Minister's warning to ambulance drivers is uncivilized and damages his own public image. Now, as a counter, the AIADMK also released a video which showed an ambulance which was made to stop even as Minister Anbil Mahesh's convoy passed. Take a look at this video, and for me, this looks straight out of a Tamil film, The Row of SUVs, as it were. Take a look. You know what? There have been several instances where major politicians, senior politicians, even chief ministers have lost their cool. They are human beings. They are not extraordinary. But the point is that they occupy a seat. For instance, I remember how Siddaramaiah once lost his cool at someone who kept asking him the same question over and over again. He said, please keep quiet. Or you remember the instance where he actually, there was something which was very disparaging, and this is with a senior police officer. This story also of Edappadi Palaniswami has gained traction. You know why? Because at the center of it is a former chief minister who is seeking a mandate. And somewhere, politics is about conduct in public life. That's very, very important. And let me tell you, although this is a story about Edappadi Palaniswami, no politician is above all this. Let's debate. Kovai Satyan, spokesperson for the AIADMK, has joined us, and Salem Dharnidharan, spokesperson of the DMK. Vanakkam to both of you. Thank you for making the time to join us. Satyan, let me come to you first. What an outburst that was. I mean, I also explained right in the beginning, he started his rally almost a month and a half ago. There is, of course, lots of crowds that his rallies are gathering. You know, there are lots of crowds. Look at that crowd even there. In Vellore, even earlier, we have seen there is fatigue, there is kind of responsibility, there is kind of day in and day out in that weather. But then this kind of a thing where he said that, you know, they, meaning the DMK, are sending ambulances again and again to disrupt my campaign speeches. Don't you think that is a bit much, Satyan?
Good evening, Sudha.
Good evening.
So let your viewers understand the sinister design to what level DMK can stoop low. Using the government machinery for political vendetta, for political benefit is not new to DMK. It has started way back from our leader, Puruchi Thalavar MGR, where they used to drive pigs into his rally to divert the attention of the crowd. This started way back 66 decades ago. Now the latest evolution of the same is sending ambulances, empty ambulances inside the crowd whenever our leader takes the podium. And this is not the first time. This is his 100th constituency yesterday. Almost 30 plus event of ambulances where there were no patients. Nobody knows where these ambulances are headed to. Isn't it irony that the time where the ambulances pass through the crowd is time when our leader starts to take the podium and to address the crowd and rally? So having done the groundwork, that's where our leader accused saying that take down the number of the ambulance and the driver and we'll file a police action. And what turned out after this incident of event is another murkier work done by DMK and their ecosystem said that the Ambulance Driver Association have condemned. There is a letter which stated at Private Ambulance Drivers Association, and there was a condemnation and the seal and signature. In less than 3-4 hours, the Ambulance Driver Owners Association head comes to the media and says that we have never filed any complaint, nor we have condemned the Edappadi Palaniswami. That letter is fake.
Oh.
And he has filed a police complaint today with the commissioner for misusing their association name and seal and signature. Look at the design of DMK, not able to digest the crowd and the support and solidarity that our leader receives from the people. They resort to these kind of cheap means and ways. And this is evident. And I tell you one more thing. The ambulance driver first gave a telephonic interview to a regional channel called Satyam TV, where he clearly says that I received a call to go to the GH. It was not a call from the patients. Then when he took the route, which was barricaded, the policeman there says, don't take this route, go by the rally. He said this, it's on record now. And after which he was coerced, and again he was given a statement. He narrates to another regional channel called Sun News, stating a different story. You understand how these people stoop so low? Our leader has challenged the opposition leader many times, come and face me on the ground, for which there is no response.
Right.
DMK doesn't have the spine.
You know,
but isn't this a sinister design? What is the purpose of an ambulance?
Yeah,
to save the life of somebody.
But you know,
but you want to use this service to
absolutely right. But you know, there are many. Listen, I was not there, so I'm only saying. I only am going to focus on the outburst. Now, the outburst happened in full public view. I saw it, and everyone saw it, and we understand what he was saying. And he also says, he also stops. First, he says, you know, stop, you know, don't hit him, and then he starts the entire thing. But the point of the matter is that I would like to give the ambulance driver the benefit of the doubt, Satyan. There are lots of incidents where the ambulance is rushing off to pick up a patient who is terminally ill or seriously ill or minorly ill. Maybe it is going to a site where an accident has occurred. Who knows? This is all in the realm of conjecture. I only think, let me tell you what, I mean, this happens to me as a citizen, I'm sure with you, that you're going somewhere, there's an ambulance, I tell the driver to just, you know, if there is space, to let it go. Because if we don't let the ambulance go, there are two things happens. One is that you feel guilty all through. And number two, it only delays the traffic even more. Dharnidharan, come in here, Dharnidharan.
Sudha, can I clarify
bunch.
10 seconds before
Yes,
you move on
please.
to him?
Sure. Go ahead, Satya.
Sudha, this is not the first incident where ambulance is
Yeah.
passing by at the rally. Probably
Right.
there are 30 more such incidents where we have a record
Your
since he
leader did
started his
say that.
campaign.
Your leader said
And
that.
we
Yeah.
have taken the permission from the police, and it is their duty and onus to ensure that any such ambulance which needs to pass by, the alternate routes are being given and provided. How come on every occasion, on every rally, an ambulance has to go to
Right.
the
So deep
place where a permission is
conspiracy.
being given?
Yeah, deep conspiracy here. There is a conspiracy theory and which will gain traction. But for that, I would invite Dharanidharan into the debate. A lot of allegations there, saying that this is deliberate, this has been done time and time again. Your opening comments on this, Dharanidharan.
See, it has not just happened the ADMK rallies. In social media, you can also see videos, several videos during the campaign of the Deputy Chief Minister as well as Chief Minister, when the ambulance had to go through the crowd. The Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister can be heard saying, please allow for the ambulance to go. Let the ambulance peacefully, quickly go. And then he has also thanked the cadres of the ambulance has gone. There's 4-5 videos of this are being circulated. So it is just not unique, because most often, most of the party meeting, irrespective of the party, happen on some of the roads, either sometimes on major highways, sometimes on the corner roads. So whenever the ambulance driver gets a call, he tries to go in the fastest route possible. He never follows the GPS map also, because the people belonging in the local area exactly know which route to take, which shortcuts to take, how to go quickly, and traffics move away. So when they land up at a place where there is a party meeting, how is it that you can say that it's been deliberately sent? Is there any proof for it? Edappadi has said 30 times it has happened. Then what was he doing for the 30 times? Have they recorded it? Can they show a video of photos of each time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until 30? This is incident and ambulance had come, because most of these meetings are all recorded these days by all political parties. So which means they'll have the recorded footing. So
Sure.
from meeting 1 to meeting 30, he can clearly go and say this meeting also the ambulance came, this meeting also came, right? But correlation does not mean causation. Because they have passed does not also mean, even if they're able to show, that they have not shown. If at all they had the proof, they would have shown. But even otherwise, even if it is 30 times, then correlation does not mean causation. There would have been genuine actually emergency.
So you think it's a bit of paranoia, a bit of neurosis, it's a made-up story according to you, Dharanidharan?
Then you have to give proof. No, where is the proof? I can come and say anything. I think the leader lost the cool. After he lost the cool, the other things came. Just to safeguard himself. People lose their cool. He lost his cool. As simple as that. Okay, you lost the cool for the ambulance coming. It's going to become a huge hue and cry.
No, it is a huge, it is hue and cry. It is an issue. Let me tell you, there have been several stories where people have lost lives because of this very reason, that the crowds do not allow an ambulance to go. I have personal experience of this. So it is a big issue. It is a big issue. I mean, you may be anybody, but he's a patient. He should be allowed to go. And this allegation, you should also then as a ruling party take this allegation very seriously, where Edappadi Palaniswami says that there is no patient in this. And the next time he said it from a podium, that next time if this ambulance comes, it will carry back a patient. What does that mean? That's also a veiled threat, no?
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. See, another thing I want to say is ambulance need not carry passengers. No, sorry, it need not carry patients, and sometimes someone could be minorly injured, someone could be fighting for his life. Someone could have a minor fracture, someone could have a severe fracture, or someone could have a severe cardiac arrest, or hundreds of reasons. We don't know the reasons, but the protocol is that the ambulance will follow the protocol, standard operating procedure, and will go.
Yeah.
And if it's going to pick up a patient, an ambulance is going to pick up a patient, then they would not have a patient inside. So how do you expect the patient to be there? They have to
That's
go
what
and
I
pick up a
also
patient.
said. Yeah, but then,
That's the
Satyan...
important point to note. And second point is, very important note, if you are making this vile threat, let's say 30 incidents, 40 incidents, only minor incidents or people with minor fractures going. But in one incident, because of this, if the ambulance driver will fear and take a digressed route, and this is very severe cardiac patient, every minute is important. Then because of this digressed route, if 15 minutes is lost, and because of the 15 minutes, life is lost, who is responsible?
Yeah, that's right.
Because
I mean, there
the
are
ambulance
various
driver
reasons.
can be scared, because
Yeah, but right
this
now...
ambulance driver was attacked. His ID was thrown, which is very true. He was attacked. His ID card was taken and thrown away. So imagine if the patient there, because of this ambulance driver's fear,
What
and
is
taken
this?
diagnosed down,
What
and
is this,
taken
Satyan? I mean, why should the ambulance driver be attacked? Why should a ID be thrown? He is not someone who's driving his own vehicle, no, Satyan. If what Dharanidharan is saying is true, I mean, that is most unfair. He's on duty.
I pity my friend Dharnidharan's ignorance on this issue. Yes, his ID was taken away. It is our leader who instructed our cadres to stay in, to fall in line, not to cause any harm and allow the ambulance to pass by. He just instructed, take down the number of the ambulance, we'll file a police complaint. And yes, people wait May for the ambulance to pass by. It is the confession of this ambulance driver that he was made to go to the GH. Surprising that there is no ambulance in the GH. And the usual route which was blocked, there were no rally. It was barricaded intentionally, and they detour, asked him to take a detour through the rally by the police himself. So understand, you have statements out in open, and what is Mr. Silam Dharnidharan's response for this fake letter which came out as Private Ambulance Drivers Association condemning EPS, and later it turned out to be fake.
Dharnidharan, that's a very serious thing, this fake letter. You can't, as a ruling dispensation, support a fake letter. I mean, they said very clearly that we never gave this letter. Where did this letter come from?
See, that is something we'll have to explore. It's not that we
Right.
got the letter.
So this is getting more and more intriguing, no, Dharanidharan? Satyan, Dharanidharan, I'll come back to Satyan. Wait a minute, no, wait a minute, no, wait a minute, no, I will come. Listen, you have to, I'll come to you. I've never taken the conversation. Give you equal time. Satyan, I want to ask you, what I really object to is that when Edappadi said, next time this ambulance will have a patient taking back. What is this? Former Chief Minister. He's the chief of AIADMK. Is that how you speak? This is kind of, veiled threat. What is this, sir? He can say, he can lose his, I again say it, he can lose his cool. We all lose our cool. We are irritated. The weather, again and again speeches. I totally, but then to say this, Satyan.
Sudha, the design is very clear. Those are private ambulance owners, drivers. They are not the government staffs. They are being forced and coerced to act against the law by misusing the state machinery.
I think you should give proof.
Particularly the ambulance. This message is very clear. Now the drivers will say, if you coerce me and if you ask me to do something wrong, I will not. Because I have a threat from the opposition. Let him do the good. This is the way the good has to come.
No, but it's a very, very serious allegation that they are being coerced into it.
I'm saying, Sudha, if that were to be true, why they have not taken any action against the leader so far? Why there is a threatening statement from the health minister saying that this is not right, this is not fair,
He didn't threaten.
Why this
He didn't threaten.
No, Satyan, if he has done something against the law, I challenge him to take the action.
He only called him uncivilized. He called him uncivilized. That's not a threat. That's a criticism. There's a difference.
Now, you see his interview yesterday. He was trying to throw his heroics and tantrums, saying that this not be tolerated. He is not acting in a movie. If he is the health minister, he finds something is not according to the books of law. Who is stopping him to take the action? I challenge them.
No, if there are that,
then all these record has to come out. How many ambulances passed by? How many were empty? And everything will come out, and they will stand exposed. That's why they take a back.
So why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Instead of putting, by this, there is a fear of God.
The media was showing that letter and conducting debates. See, ambulance drivers have condemned Edappadi Palaniswami. Ambulance drivers have come hard. It is their ecosystem which flashed it in the entire media. It's been 24 hours. Isn't the police so incompetent not to find out from where the letter came out?
All right. So, I'm going to go to Dharanidharan. But before that, Satyan, the thing is, if you think it's a conspiracy, and conspiracies can sometimes get dangerous, I'm not trying to create panic. You owe it to the people of Tamil Nadu that ambulances have to be respected, come what may. By this, there is a conspiracy theory planted in the minds of the people. Oh, it must be empty. Like in cinema, we see an ambulance will come and stop, they will kidnap someone and take it. So many movies. It is a recurring, boring theme in movies again and again. Dharanidharan,
let me bring your attention. The video which you are showing that Anbil Magesh convoy was passing by, the ambulance was an ICU ambulance which was made to stop.
Yes,
ICU
Dharanidharan, you have to, I was coming to that. Dharanidharan, I was coming to that. Thank you, Satyan. Dharanidharan, look at that. That ambulance and the way the convoy passes, what is this? How are you different? That's what I said. Political parties are all the same, Dharanidharan. Look at that. Who knows? It's my father, it's someone's mother. It's just stopping. Last shot. Look at that. This goes like a Tamil cinema. It keeps going, all this convoy, look at that. that is stopping helplessly, that let his lord, me lord, go and then I will. So all the parties are the same, no, Dharanidaran?
No, I think the minister was not aware of it.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
aware.
Despite the siren? I mean, for even a little baby knows ambulance,
No, I think the
siren.
minister was not was absolutely not aware of it. If he had been aware, there's no reason why he would stop, because the chief minister has given instructions even to the cadres to give the first importance to the ambulance. Right? So there's no way that this would have happened. It's not that Anbul Mahesh is coming in saying like Edappadi, no, it had no patient. The ambulance is always coming when I'm going. For example, I'll tell you an anecdote. If I go to airport from my house, it takes 60 minutes. Very bad traffic in the evening. At least 5 ambulances go and we all stop. And that causes another delay of 10 minutes. So sometimes people do lose a flight because of that. Then can't people come and say, hey, every time when I'm going to airport, the ambulances are going. It is a it's purposefully done to stop me from catching the flight. Can anyone say that? There is the same logic of Mr. Edappadi Palaniswami.
Right. So right
because
now,
ambulances go all the time everywhere.
That, like I
You're
said,
supposed to stop.
the story is gaining traction. It wouldn't have if you and I went. But because these are chief ministers, these are people who govern, these are people who are lawmakers, and they have to be very, very responsible. The next time they have a public outburst, and the next time they make an ambulance stop, maybe who knows, that patient, I hope to God that he lived.